Xavier mentioned, California's Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom stepping into the ring, announcing his own redistricting plan meant to favor Democrats in response to the move by Texas Republicans. And the governor is really taking a page out of the president's book, turning to memes and tweets to mock him, including, I don't know if you saw this, but this parody cover of himself winning the Nobel Peace Prize on the same day that President Trump met with Vladimir Putin last week. I want to now bring in NewsNation media contributor Steve Krakauer, executive producer of The Megyn Kelly Show. Steve, from the tweets to the AI images, the all caps, what do you make of this? Is it imitation is the best form of flattery, or what? What say you?
I don't think so. I have to say, I was trying to think of a good analogy for this. So imagine like a band that's touring right now, let's say like Coldplay, okay. And all of a sudden they decide to be, now we're just going to be like a Beatles cover band. But not just that, we're just going to only play Yellow Submarine. And that's the only song we're going to play. I mean, listen, we know what the real thing looks like. Donald Trump is a master of social media, love him or hate him. A lot of people, it really gets in their head about the way he does it. And this is a mimicry of it. I mean, in some way, I wouldn't even use the word parody. I think of like Saturday Night Live and the way that they parody Donald Trump. This is just sort of, it's not really that funny. It's too on the nose. Like, look at this. What do you? I mean, first of all, you're making light of Hulk Hogan dying and religious imagery and all of it. I mean, I think you have the framing exactly right. It's a troll, and I think when you talk about like, what's the purpose of this? And obviously the purpose, according to Gavin Newsom, who has spoken out about this and says, oh yeah, I'm trying to shine a light on the ridiculousness that we have of the sitting president acting like this on social media. Well, then shouldn't you be focused on more important things in the world, like maybe doing for your state? I don't know. There's a massive wildfire earlier this year that still has not had any cleanup and rebuilding going on. We've seen a lot of reporting on that. So why are you spending your time trolling, literally using that term, trolling Donald Trump?
And he did make the point, he did say, if you have a problem with what I'm putting out and all these images, then you should have a problem with what the president is putting out. Does he make a good point there?
I think that it's the kind of point that maybe you make in 2015, 2016, maybe 2017, you get away with that. Listen, he's been president. We saw the way he is on social media for the entire campaign in 2015 and 2016. Then he got elected, then he lost, then he got elected again. People know it. It's just sort of baked in the cake. This is who Donald Trump is. You're either going to be into it or you're not into it, or you just kind of find it as a distraction. But that ship has sailed. It's done. Everyone knows who Donald Trump is. And people have voted for him in higher numbers than they did the first two times, even despite all of those sort of social media efforts that he does there. I think a lot of people find it endearing, and a lot of people don't really think much about it at all because a lot of them are not spending their time on social media. But this is what's so interesting. Gavin Newsom is obviously trying to find an angle here. He's trying to be the chief antagonist to Donald Trump as the 2028 potential primary starts to kind of materialize here. And he tried this method back in February, March. I'm going to talk to Charlie Kirk. I'm going to talk to Steve Bannon on my podcast. I'm going to be a real truth teller and tell it to and that didn't really seem to work. I mean, his party, his side hated it. And so now he's gone this way. It's like, now I'm going to try this new method of being this. But none of it is getting to the bottom line of, you are the sitting governor of California. Focus on that.
Well, it makes you wonder, if it just from here on out, no matter what side you're on, politics and campaigns are all about just winning the online attention wars and who's the loudest for the longest. And if they're both Coldplay this morning, Steve Krakauer, they're both trying to pop each other up on that Jumbotron. That's for sure. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for your time on a Monday morning. We'll see you next time. That does it for me on Morning.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.